Hey guys, and welcome back to Exo Medical Spa, and welcome to another episode on our YouTube channel. Today I want to focus on something a little bit different. We always talk about procedures, we always talk about anatomy, but rarely do we talk about you. Granted, we're talking about the procedures that we do onto you and do it together, but I want to focus in on the psychology on why we do aesthetics, how we can always be happy when we do aesthetics, and get away from focusing in on the negatives and always focusing on the goals and the positive aspects of aesthetics when we come back. When I meet you in person, we probably spend the first 15 to 30 minutes just understanding you. I want to know why you're jumping into aesthetics, and if you've done this for years on end, why are you new here at the practice, and then really understanding your goals. Because I want to know if you have a wedding coming up, are you at that time in your life where you're just feeling old and you want to look better? Have you hit a milestone? Whatever the case is, I want to understand your goals. Because once I understand your goals, then you and I can develop a game plan together. Not everyone is Botox, not everyone is fillers. I can tell you, come see me in La Jolla and do a giant laser, but that's not what you're looking for. So really it's understanding why you're doing this and then what's your endpoint. Once we get that understanding, you and I can develop a plan together. Now this is what everything is coming together towards. When we build that relationship, every time I see you, I want you to be happy. That's the key for me. Whether it's one unit of Botox, one syringe of filler, or a whole entire face of PDO threads, every time you come back, I want to see that smile, and I want to make sure that we accomplished something for you. Now, I've had many clients over the years, and it ranges from a client who's absolutely thrilled with everything they see every single time they see me. Even if we did nothing in that sitting, they're like, I look fantastic. I have the other end of the spectrum where no matter what we do, the client always finds a new concern, a new issue, which is fantastic. I want you guys to point that out to me. But on the flip side of that is, I want you guys to celebrate the victories. Celebrate the victories, celebrate the successes, and then we can constantly work towards your other goals. So what do I mean by that? When you first come in, either you have one specific goal or you have a whole plethora of goals, whatever the case is. Let's just say you have one specific goal and it's a wrinkle. We'll just use this wrinkle for an example. You came and you're like, let's take care of this frown wrinkle. I'm finally at that stage in my life where I'm sick and tired of it, let's get rid of it. We get rid of it in 3 months because of Botox, and then you come back and you're like, I don't see a difference. From my perspective, I see a great result from the Botox. Granted, is there a little bit wrinkle left? Absolutely. Am I trying to convince you that the Botox is working? Absolutely not. If you see the wrinkle there, that is your concern, and I want to address that for you. But on the other side of it is, can you be happy in the meantime? Can you recognize that we've made progress and be happy about it? And then we'll continue to work on it together. My goal here is, in the end, make you happy. If it's a Botox thing, if it's a filler thing, whatever the case is, even if we do absolutely nothing and you come here and you just get sunscreen, I want you to feel fulfilled. I want you to feel happy in that singular thing that we did. And that's why it's so important that we celebrate those victories. If I give you a little bit of lip filler, if you think you need more, come back. We'll celebrate the victory that you got with bigger lips, bigger cheeks, looking overall younger. But if you still have further goals, then we'll march along and do it again. All too often, we just focus in on the negatives. I don't want to get stuck in traffic. I don't want to work all day long. I get nagged by my husband or wife, whatever the case is. We focus in on the negatives. So for me, no matter what your age is, and this is actually a great example, and I go back to the story because this is where a lot of the story comes from. I had two 94-year-olds come into the practice. Husband and wife, been married probably decades on end. And what they told me was, we may look 94, we don't feel 94, and no matter what our age is, we're gonna keep fighting. I'm like, that is fantastic. I wish I had my 20, 30s, and 40-year-olds that thought that way. But we always figure it out at a different time. And for them, they might have always had this philosophy their whole life. But they said, granted, we look this way. We get it. We're 94 years old, but that's not going to stop us from trying to fix a couple wrinkles. That's not going to try to stop us from trying to make us look the way we feel on the inside. So the flip side to this, which that's why I'm trying to empower and support, is I'll have the most beautiful clients, male and female, come in here, and they'll always fixate on one thing: my jowl, my smile line, my tear troughs, my temples. We all have that one vice and we just focus on it. We all have those flaws. For me, I have a crooked jaw. No one sees it but myself. I fixate on it. My tear troughs, I fixate on it. But I always have to harp. Celebrate those victories. We fixed that frown. We fixed that pigment. We fixed your, I don't want to say fixed. We got you closer to your goals in regards to correcting whatever we're correcting. So we'll celebrate those victories, and then we'll move on to the next, and we'll constantly march together. We work as a team. I don't make solo decisions for you. And then if you have an idea in your head, then I work with you to either one, try to correct it and make it right, or two, you and I will develop a plan together. So in the end, celebrate those victories. So this is a little bit different episode on Exo Medical Spa, but I want to learn the psychology of aesthetics, why we do things, and really promote that positivity when it comes to aesthetics. We get a lot of negativity when people are always saying that change your face, whatever the case is. But I want to promote positivity, and I want to promote you guys and make you guys happy every time you step into the office, and make you guys happy every time you leave the office, and more importantly, make you guys happy, or I want you guys to be happy every time you look at a photo or look at yourselves in the mirror. So thank you for joining us on Exo Medical Spa. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm, really helps us out here in office to promote these videos. So I'll talk to you guys later on the next episode. Bye.